President Trump wants 50% of TikTok. President Donald J. Trump began his new term with a series of executive orders and proclamations addressing critical national issues. He outlined his administration's priorities, including national security, economic growth, and immigration reform. Trump declared a national emergency at the southern border, invoking executive powers to protect against invasion. He issued an order to secure the border and address the admission of illegal immigrants, designating cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. An executive order was issued to realign the U.S. Refugee Admission Program with American principles and interests. Trump took action to protect America from foreign terrorists and other national security threats. He addressed the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment, a significant measure that may face legal challenges. The president is reviewing approximately 6 commutations, which may be converted to full pardons. The Bureau of Prisons is required to act immediately on these orders. Trump stated he is fine with legal immigration and recognizes the need for workers. On tariffs, Trump announced a 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada starting February 1, citing concerns about the vast numbers of people and fentanyl coming in. He is considering a universal tariff on all countries doing business in the U.S., with a 100% tariff on BRICS nations. Trump highlighted his previous tariffs on China, noting they brought in hundreds of billions of dollars. Trump intends to address the $300 billion deficit with the European Union through tariffs or by requiring them to purchase U.S. oil and gas. The U.S. will stop buying oil from Venezuela. A national energy emergency has been declared, unleashing American energy production. Executive orders are in place to ensure efficient energy production to drive the American economy. A Department of Governmental Efficiency, DOGE, is being created to ensure prompt implementation of executive orders. A team of 20 people will help implement these orders. An order is in place to reform the federal hiring system, emphasizing merit-based decisions. The administration aims to eliminate what Trump called the cancer caused by the prior administration. On TikTok deal, the president mentions a potential deal with TikTok where the U.S. would get half of TikTok. He describes the app as worthless if he doesn't approve it, but potentially worth maybe $1 trillion if he does. He then states the U.S. should be entitled to get half of TikTok. He suggests a joint venture where the U.S. would get 50% ownership in exchange for the app's continued operation, which he says would be worth maybe $500 billion. The president stated he has a warm spot for TikTok after he won young people up by 36% because he started using it. Trump has already been meeting with and speaking to foreign leaders, including Prime Minister Trudeau. He plans to meet with President Putin soon. Trump discussed NATO, stating they need to pay 5% of GDP, and noted the U.S. has spent $200 billion more on the Ukraine war than NATO. Trump aims to end the Russia-Ukraine war as quickly as possible and is open to talks with both President Putin and President Zelensky. He believes Russia is being destroyed by not making a deal. Sanctions may be replaced with tariffs on Russia. Trump noted he is not confident he can keep the ceasefire in Gaza, and it is not America's war. He mentioned that there are interesting things that could be done in Gaza, calling it a phenomenal location on the sea. Trump expressed surprise that President Biden had pardoned his family, which he said made Biden look guilty. Trump stated he has an amazing economic future for the country, intending to make a lot of money for the United States through energy production and tariffs. The transcript of Trump's press conference or briefing reveals a clear strategy focused on immediate and decisive action. The rhetoric consistently portrays a sense of crisis, urgency, and the need for strong leadership. Key actions, particularly concerning the border and immigration, are framed as necessary to save the country and protect the American people. Trump's approach to trade is highly protectionist, focusing on tariffs to address perceived economic disadvantages. His views on foreign policy are transactional, with a strong emphasis on U.S. national interest. The situation surrounding TikTok is presented as a potential win-win, where the U.S. government could both control and profit from a major platform. Trump's stance on the J6 Capitol rioters indicates a desire to right what he sees as an injustice. The new Department of Governmental Efficiency is designed to counteract perceived bureaucratic sluggishness. The consistent themes of a broken system, victimization, and the need for strong leadership are central to Trump's first-day approach. It signals a clear break from his predecessor's policy and a return to nationalist principles. The transcript reveals a whirlwind of executive actions and policy positions, all designed to enact immediate and significant changes. The rhetoric employs strong language and frames issues as crises requiring decisive solutions. It's a document that conveys a sense of disruption and a rapid realignment of national priorities under the new administration.